All right, today, in fact, it was supposed to be today. The South African Communist Party's 14th Congress was supposed to start today, but I've just been told, in fact, it's tomorrow. Now, the week-long event is taking place in Boksburg on the east of Johannesburg. The event will take place for the entire week, and it happens every 5 years. Declarations and resolutions from the 13th National Congress will also be discussed. The new leadership elected. The last time 2,000 members gathered for 4 days in KwaZulu-Natal. So we joined this morning by the Deputy Secretary General of the SACP, Mapaila, to take this discussion further. And Mapaila, good morning to you and thank you so much for coming through.
Good morning to our viewers.
Now, it looks like there is a confusion. Does it start today or is it tomorrow?
Yes, arrival and registration starts today of our delegates from provinces and international as well as alliance partners. But Congress officially opens up tomorrow morning at 9.
All right. So what's the significance of this day on the party's calendar?
Quite critical, of course, because Congress is an important event in which we reflect on the program we've implemented over the last 5 years and to map up the new program for the next 5 years. And this one is much more strategic because we've just completed what we had called the medium-term strategic vision of the SACP, which ended with this ending term. So that means we'd have to adopt a long-range political program, almost 10, 15 years kind of planning in terms of the program that we must adopt. Therefore, it becomes extremely important, but also is taking place at a period where our revolution is facing serious crisis. It's in a state of stagnation and requires some serious invigoration or revitalization, and therefore we'll need more deep thinking on what needs to be done to make sure that our revolution is able to fulfill its mission to serve the people of this country, to transform their lives for the better.
But what are you looking into regarding that issue?
It's a whole range of things. We're looking at, firstly, the economic situation that is quite depressing at the moment for the poor and the working class, who are our major constituency. But generally, all South Africans, the quality of life since our revolution was successful in 1994. So we'll analyze that and look at what has worked, what has not worked, what needs to be done, kind of new programs, campaigns, because without mass campaigns, the revolution can actually go astray. We want to anchor the next phase along more strategic campaigns to transform the lives of the people.
But in terms of the resolutions that came out of your conference 5 years ago, have they been implemented?
Yes, we've implemented a lot of them. For instance, one of them would have been the one that speaks to the whole question about the radical economic transformation, which we developed a broad framework for that. Unfortunately, the ANC and even government could not take that into account. They're only discussing that now, which we welcome. We'll look into that and see how to strengthen that aspect of economic well-being of the people of the country. Of course, the other one was about general program about taking responsibility in our revolution as the Communist Party, rather than say, for instance, that part it rests only in the hands of the ANC. And I think that we've done well in that respect. And in that particular space, we've also been able to carve in a new identity of the Communist Party in that place of taking responsibility. So it's another issue that we'll evaluate, as well as how far we've gone in terms of assuming responsibility. We know that, for instance, in the last 5 years, there were areas where the party took leadership in communities, for instance, in areas where the ANC could not go because of serious public protest. We've taken duties to go there in Bronkhorstspruit, in Malamulele and others, and we provided leadership in those kind of communities. So that was part and parcel of that, taking responsibility for the revolution. All
right. Now, let's just hold it right here. I'm going to take just the 7 o'clock news bulletin. When we come back, we'll be able to continue this discussion with the SACP's second Deputy General Secretary, Mapaila, talking about their 14th Congress that will kickstart tomorrow here in Gauteng.